Welcome back. This is METT-TC dependent. Uh, this is part of my playthrough of the Flashpoint campaign's Southern Storm American campaign titled Big Red 1. This is kind of a intermission video I'm trying to crank out real quick. I've been very busy with finals and work and everything, so I appreciate the patience. I know some people seem to like these videos for some crazy reason. Anyways, what you see in front of you is a map with a brigade and a division on it. And so this is going to be kind of like a interlude between Mission 2 and Mission 3. Mission 2, we just defended Göppingen and its river crossings against, the 48th Motor Rifle Division as it rolled southward after having essentially punched through some of the gaps in the 1st Armored. Um, just to kind of orient you to the map, this is Göppingen right there. Here's my headquarters. This is what we were working with for 3rd Brigade right here. You can see 416 infantry. I wish the font was a little bit bigger in this. 416 infantry right here. And here's Charlie Troop 14 Cav. I think they were a little bit closer to there, but then here's my artillery. They're probably somewhere right in here. This represents all 3 batteries. I know we only had 2, but I don't feel like breaking it down anymore. And here's 48th Motor Rifle Division. So Motor Rifle Division has 3 motor rifle regiments and 1 tank regiment. We have essentially destroyed this motor rifle regiment right here. They rolled right into us, and I think we've pretty solidly eliminated them. Using decisively engaging them, everything. 416 infantry took a pounding, but they're still intact. I'll go over the order of battle as far as I see shortly. And Charlie Troop 14 Cav, they're doing okay, at least as far as everybody can expect. But this motor rifle regiment is out of the fight. They have 2 more motor rifle regiments, 1 in BTRs and 1 in BMPs, and then 1 tank regiment. They're all going to be rolling south, but because they took such a battering, they might be advancing south a little bit slower, not wanting to fall into any traps. This will allow us to pull back. So, most of 336 armor, is it 338? Oh, whatever, I don't care. Most of them have started to hole up in these hills south of Bad Ball, kind of right in here, actually. And we're going to start setting up defensive positions in here. This is where we're going to regroup and do everything. The Germans have some paratroopers here in Kerchheim, or Kerchheim, whatever, guarding the Neckar. The Neckar is a very important river, and it's kind of like the barrier running north-south that's going to keep the Germans out of Stuttgart, or keep the Germans in Stuttgart and the Soviets out of Stuttgart. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the disarray in the enemy, and we're going to pull back to these hills. And make sure the headquarters comes back. We're going to pull back to these hills, and the Cav's going to pull back to these hills. I'm going to make sure that the tanks are in good enough spots. And we're going to essentially take a fighting position around here. The armor battalion is almost full strength. What the intelligence briefing for Mission 3 says is that the enemy BTR regiment and the tank regiment are both driving south quickly, and their goal is to push through here and take Kirchheim before the German paratroopers can set up defenses. It's 2 regiments, multiple battalions. It's essentially almost twice my size. So they're going to be coming through here. The BMP regiment is strangely absent, according to intel. However, there could be another regiment, so we might be dealing with more than just the 48, which is kind of scary. So going off of orders of battle, this is 48th Motor Rifle Division. 48th Motor Rifle Division is made up of 4 regiments, and then some artillery, and then the support units, support elements. So there's the First Motor Rifle Regiment, which we have pretty much savaged. Like they're essentially done. If you look at the kill counts, uh, we've eliminated their tank battalion, their motor rifle battalion. They have two motor rifle battalions that are essentially completely eliminated, and one motor rifle battalion that is, you know, uh, could be combat effective with some rehabilitation and everything. I consider that to be destroyed, but with the artillery battalions also damaged, but could be recovered with sufficient amount of time. Um, I'll give them a damage thing. However, they still have two intact regiments and a tank regiment, as well as the real anti-air, which I'm nervous about because the Air Force says, hey, we're going to be in the area, so we got to focus on taking them out. An artillery regiment and an anti-tank battalion. So all three of these have taken hits. Counter battery's done good work on the artillery regiment. I don't know what their strength is, but it's not great. The anti-tank battalion has been messed up too. They've tried to push guys forward, and they've been hurt. And then we shot down 6 or 7 helicopters last round, which is awesome. But I don't know if they had separate, independent aviation. Pardon me. If they had independent aviation assets. So now we're going to go to us. So this is us. 3rd Brigade, 1st Infantry Division forward. Essentially, this is going to be us for the third mission. Task Force 416 Infantry. It's called a task force because we have Charlie Company, 334 Armory attached. We swapped our Charlie Company over to them to give them some infantry, and we got some tanks. So, Seco 334 Armor took a pounding. They're not in great shape. They are being reconstituted. Thankfully, we got several hours worth of R&R and time to dig in and everything, but it's not looking great for them. They're having tank crews having to make replacement tanks work, having to get replacement crewmen. I'm sure they're up to speed, but they're not ready, essentially. They need time in order to be ready. All of the companies took losses. All the companies were in heavy fighting. They took losses. They did good. They held their own, but they are short on guys. Task Force 334 Armor is in great shape. They are ready to go. Delta Company is apparently lagging behind. They got stuck based on some chemical weapon attack or something like that. And they will be waiting for us at Kirchheim in Mission 4. But they are not going to be available. That gives us essentially 3 companies of tanks, if you count the depleted Charlie Company. And then Task Force 334 has a company of infantry. The artillery, we got 3 batteries of M109s, and then forward observers. They'll be great. Charlie Troop 14 Cav, they're Cav Scouts. They got some tanks, they got some Brads. They've taken a beating, they've taken a hammering, but they're still combat effective. And Charlie Battery, a 2-5 Field Artillery, they are, nope, my bad. That's not what that is. That's the ADA unit. I don't know why I marked that in there. But that's the ADA battery that we have. So the Stingers and the Vulcans. They've taken some battering too. Our engineers are waiting for us in Kirchheim. And eventually, this mission, we're going to have some F-111s. Engineers are good or bad, or good and bad. They can blow bridges, but they don't have the heaviest of equipment. And they're not meant to be sitting in a stand-up fight. They can hold their own. Don't get me wrong. Like engineers are hard dudes, but they're more meant to be doing engineer things. You can't blame them for that. So I've said my plan, I'm sure 1,000 times here, but what I do plan on doing is I wish I really put the time in because this map is so cool. It's by Spatial Illusions. Big shout out to him. It's really cool. He makes cool stuff. All of these orders of battle and all of these this stuff on this map is from him. So essentially, I'm gonna put the scouts kind of out here screening before Kirchheim. If I put more work into it, I could have it to where the more you zoomed in, the more it broke down. So down to platoons. If I zoom down, you could be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna put this detachment of Brads here, this detachment of Brads here. Oh, and then for 330 6 armor, 334 armor, 334 armor. 334 armor. Oops. For the armor, the tanks, I could, when you zoomed in, I could be like, ah, yes, this tank platoon will be here, and this tank platoon will be here, and this tank platoon will be here. You know, but I'm lazy. So the armor is going to go around here, looking out over this plain, essentially. The infantry is going to concentrate itself in these mountain passes, well, in these passes, and that way, when the enemy realizes that we have pretty good observation, pretty good, like, this is essentially one giant kill zone if they want to roll toward Kirchheim, because they're going to try and hop on the A8. They want to hop on the A8, come down here, take my least favorite thing. Hop on the A8, like right around Achelberg or whatever. I am clicking on it. I can't even. Whatever. They want to hop on the A8 around Achelberg and roll down here, bypass Kirchheim, where all of the German paratroopers are like digging in. They're taking this time, roll down here through Weidlingen and cross the Neckar before we can blow the bridges, or before we can like set up any sort of concentrated defense. If they can get across here, like if they can put an independent. Seriously, I'm not allowed to grab those fucking tanks. If they can put an independent, oh my god, oh my, I love this thing. This is like literally I would kill to have when I was fucking 12 years old or whatever. Being able to draw maps like this, but like make it click better. They're gonna be in the soft underbelly of the NATO defenses around Stuttgart, which is I don't need to tell you, is a major city. And of course, this is the modern map. My cats are scratching the couch. Pardon me. This is a modern map, so it would look pretty different. The Flashpoint campaigns guys actually do a pretty good job of like digging in. Oh, which roads were there in the 80s? Which roads weren't? Which towns, etc. So I think that's really cool. I think that's a nice attention to detail. And no, the game isn't perfect, but I challenge you to find me a game that is perfect. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go into a quick breakdown of the setup that I have in the game, and then maybe the first turn as well. But yeah.
All right, and we're back. So I have the setup complete here on mission 3. That mission's name is Iron Rangers. So named because that is kind of the mascots, the call sign motto of what I found is weirdly 1-4 or 116 Infantry, 1st Battalion, 16th Infantry Regiment, but whatever. I guess they're just not present. I'd like to try and do like some role play type element deal, but I'm not. I don't have the time or the patience or effort to be able to plug into that. Anyways, I have everything set up, so I kind of went over the enemy's plan of action based on what our intel says. They're going to come rolling in through here and try and hop on the A8 right around there, and then bounce down this way. You can see the map, the game map lines up pretty well with the real life map that I just showed you guys. It's pretty fun. So the way I have things, I've gone over the plan, I feel like 1,000 times at this point, between like recordings that I threw away and recordings that I've used and etc. Um, yeah, don't work on your schoolwork and try to start a YouTube channel at the same time, guys. Bad idea. Anyways, so what I've ended up changing though just recently is I moved some of the artillery, moved them a little bit closer to their headquarters, closer together, but still dispersed. And then also I changed Charlie 1-4 Cav. I'm actually kind of staging them up around here, kind of as a QRF, because I'm nervous about enemy pushes down these roads. Then I'm also nervous about I want to have a mobile force that's able to push up with good recon ability and good firepower, because I'm nervous about being able to knock out those SA-8s before the F-111s arrive, because they are, what, 2 hours out? Yeah, almost 3 hours out, a little over 3 hours out, right? No, 4 hours out. Yeah. So, it's basic math. Come on. So they're 4 hours out. But if they're just coming to me, if the enemy's coming to me, they're obviously gonna keep their surface to air missiles, the SA-8s, well behind the front line, and so I'm gonna have trouble, hitting them with artillery and at least suppressing them for when the F-111s arrive. I've played this mission a couple times before, never really with this setup, um, never really with this thing, and the enemy has different battle plans like every single time it feels like. So, although you probably learn how it goes the more you play it, but actually, I'm gonna have actually. That's the thing. You're always no plan survives first contact with the enemy. Well, so what if my enemy? What if I am my own enemy? Um, yeah, I'm just gonna worsen the traffic jam over there. This is gonna be traffic jam city. I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid it, but you can't to a certain extent. So the way this will open, I have the artillery dropping field artillery scatterable minefields across some of these bridges, right at the opposite end of some of these bridges, hopefully to kind of ensnare any enemies that try to cross these little streams. The streams are small enough that they can push across them. They can ford across with like BMPs and even some tanks without having to break out like the snorkels and stuff. But that should slow any enemy push through here, right in the teeth of my tanks, in here, and hopefully in the teeth of the artillery. And then the last artillery kill zone or artillery minefield is. Should I do that one? So there, and there again. Or is that a different one? No, that's a different one. Okay, so yeah, there and there, which I think will be helpful. I mean, the enemy's going to have a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of good opportunities for cover and everything. I'm just nervous about it because, like, this is a defensive mission, but it really does call on you to do some offensive efforts. With regards to my depleted units, I've got some opportunities to get them R&R, but not a ton, so I'm going to have to balance that. Like, for example, these scouts, they're getting some rest, but not as much as I would like them to get. Actually, here I am. There's no such thing as leaving things well alone, just so you know. Because I moved the scouts, what I'm going to have these guys do is push up here, resupply for 28 minutes, or no, fuck, shit, 28 minutes, and yeah, they're too far from their command. Yeah, right, headquarters, no. It's just their morale is super low. Well, not much I can do about that. Yeah, there. Actually, yeah, this will have them move up to it and cover. So, for those of you who've never done infantry stuff before, you don't really ever want to go straight to your hide, especially like, to your LP, OP. I don't move them because I figure a lot of orders are going to be going out on the radio. So, like, the expression that we use is cloverleaf. So if I'm going to move from one spot to another into my LP, like my LP OP, my listening post / observation post, I don't want to move directly there. I want a cloverleaf. So I want to move back. Like I want to move, if I'm trying to move from here to here, I don't want to beeline straight forward, right? I want to move back out of break line of sight so they don't know where I am, then move up to my new OP, right? So what I'm trying to have these guys do, is they're going to get off the road here, and then they're not going to drive through the center of town. They're going to kind of skirt the edge of the town and come up over here. So hopefully if there's enemies like right here, they might see somebody right here that they might not see them creep into position. They might, I don't know. Let's just get this show on the road. I want this to be a fairly short video. I'm back at my lunch break. I've got about a half hour till I need to be back at work, so we could probably get in the first turn or so. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. This mission tends to either go great or terrible depending on a couple things, and hopefully it'll go great. So let's start. There's enemy recon vehicles already over there. Cool. Fuck. Alright, and EW is already kind of all over the place. Okay, my barrages are going in. So I don't know. So that looks like an enemy forward reconnaissance element. Did I get a kill? No. So it should take about 5 minutes for these minefields to be in place. By the way, ignore the like super long range tank kills. I haven't downloaded the update yet. I figure that might screw up any of my plans. I was already halfway through like planning this mission when the update came out. So like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, will it still work? Will any of the stuff that I talked about still work if the update comes out? I recommend anybody who plays it now get the update, because there's also some other quality of life things in there. The devs do a really good job of like balancing realism with, well, in my opinion, this is all my opinion. I don't work for them. They don't compensate me. They don't, you know, give me any material support beyond making a game that I like. So like, you know, they do a pretty good job of making sure that the game is both fun and playable. Although some people on Reddit and whatever seem to disagree with me. Alright, everybody's moving. I'm sure that is a bad traffic jam right there. So the way I set the timing on these fast cam barrages is that they should, all 40 rounds should be fired off and emplaced by 2:05, so 14:05. Which will hopefully give them time to do other like on-call barrages and stuff. I think I have them doing counter battery after. But I don't know. There's the first minefield, second minefield, third minefield. Okay. I don't know if good, getting some kills. I don't remember what I was gonna say, but yeah. Yeah, there's a couple things where it's just like, I know it's a really small team working on this, but I'd like a little bit more feedback on some stuff. But generally, I adore this game. There's nothing really else like it out there right now. You know, and I want to support them. I want them to keep making games like this because, you know, there's so few other games like this. Yeah, sure, everybody says combat mission, and I like combat mission. I've tried to play it. I've tried to be good at it. I can tell it's a game where if I really can devote enough time to it, I would enjoy it. but I I don't have that kind of time, especially not right now. And you know, it's a lot of it's just a lot. All right, so armor's pushing up. Some of those guys from the scouts are pushing up to support Alpha Company when they move up into that town. They're firing on the enemy scouts, which is at yeah, that's an anti-tank missile, so got to be careful about that. The mortars should be able to drop some stuff on them pretty soon. That would kind of be an ideal target for mortars to suppress. One of the issues that I've seen in reviews is that it's kind of a black box. It doesn't have a lot of like, this is what's happening. This is that. This is that. Like, and that's true. Like, or at least that's hard to disprove, I would say. Did I put them there? Where are they going? Yeah. Where are they going? I hope I changed there. Where are they assaulting to? I hope I changed. 4314. Where is 4314? 4314's there. Ah. Alright. I didn't remember telling them to push all the way up there, but that's fine, I guess. Hopefully the enemy, like METT-TC team is suppressed. I know I wouldn't want to push against a capable anti-tank guided missile system in a tank. Push uphill into the woods. Yep, now they're shooting at him. That's kind of a set of conditions where an anti-tank missile, an anti-tank guided missile team is kind of has the upper hand. It's only 2 tanks. It's not even like a full platoon. Kind of wish during the R&R period, or the reinforcement period, we would have gotten some VIX for some of these units. We got guys still running around like without transpo. Like these poor guys, 2nd Platoon, Bravo Company. I mean, Bravo Company got smacked around real hard last mission, but not even able to get them a 113. That sucks. Good. Smacking them. Alright. So those tanks are trying to do a little bit of R&R there. Their readiness is very low. Oh, good. Fucking artillery. Fuck those guys. That artillery regiment, which is still with this division, is awful formidable for me. I mean, a battalion of artillery is formidable for anybody, but I'm very nervous about the whole deal. Hopefully those infantrymen with their missile have pulled back a bit. Doubt it. Alright. Alpha Company's getting in position in that town. They're going to start digging in. Good. Traffic jams have mostly cleared out, thankfully. Good. tanks are doing tank things, engaging at long range. They've got good eyes in the form of that Fist V right next to him. Bravo OP. They should be able to identify targets as they see them, spot targets as they see them. Man, those tanks are going to have a bad time. I already know it. All right. And the mortars can't fire because they waited too long. I knew that was going to happen. All right. Charlie Company 416, who's attached to the tanks, they are moving into that town. Good. Excellent. Exactly what I need to happen. I have a feeling those tanks are going to pull back, though, second platoon Charlie, because tanks don't. I don't think I set their. That's probably the enemy helicopters that we knew were in the area. But I don't think I set their standoff distance to 0. I definitely set the infantry standoff distance to 0. Good. More of these mortars dead, the better. I hope I set the infantry standoff distance to 0. Good. Fuck those guys. It's probably the mortars attached to a battalion. Good, good, good. Got the heavy machine gun. Now it's just the METT-TC, or METT-TC, or however the fuck you want to say it. It's not the METT-M or METT-M, which is the more advanced, immediately at the end of the Cold War. Like, there we go. Got him. Like, post-Soviet heavy ATGM. I don't know if it's a heavy ATGM. It's still man-portable, so I guess not heavy. But, it's not the METT-M, which is the most capable. How about that? It's a regular METT, which the Soviets said they were complaining about. Like, they had lots of issues with, apparently. But it's definitely better than a Dragon. I certainly wouldn't want to deal with it. Yeah, that's 300 meters. 2 miles away. Getting tank kills. Alright. And the mortars canceled their thing again. So that's 6 tanks destroyed. So that looks like another tank battalion from another motor rifle regiment. This isn't the tank regiment. Like that's something I want to make clear. Okay, got a hit. Got good stuff. They are returning fire, but at that range, I would be a little bit surprised if they did a ton. I mean, their T-62s, they're still effective. They're still, powerful. And their T-62 MVs, they're good. Well, they have some good equipment. How about that? But they're no match for M1A1s. Like, not in the slightest. M1A1's on a hill, looking down. Alright, so that brings us to the end of turn 1. I'm probably going to start turn 2, and then I will bring the video to a close. Alright. That's good, because my headphones are also dying. So one of the things I'm going to do, because these guys have been shooting, I will have them actually scoot before they shoot again, and then be on call. I don't care about getting that last barrage in, but I do care about them remaining alive. The intel says the enemy helicopters are going to be in this area, and I do believe the intel. Like they're going to come into here. That's why I have a concentration of my anti-aircraft forces in here, including poor guys who got to walk, like these guys. But really should just bring up the next one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. You know, that way there, they've got enough time before the enemy helicopters come. Or maybe they won't have enough time and they'll get fucking demolished by the helicopters. That would be annoying. Let's see if the intel screen has any possible enemy contacts before I detected headquarters, detected 2804. Yeah, I'm gonna cloud with that. Oh, do I see any air defense detected? Moving south. Moving. Not yet. I'm gonna go with that headquarters right there. I think I'm gonna have both of them. Well, one of them drop just regular HE. Come on. Go on. I think my computer's getting slower. I need a new computer. Right there. Boom. I'll have them go to counter battery. And then I'm going to have them apply. Go and shoot ICMs. So this way we have a mix of HE and cluster in the same spot. And I'll do counter battery as well. And they'll probably move next turn or something like that. They might even move themselves. All right, so I think it's just on for the next one. Let's roll. Oh, well, what are they at, ammo-wise? I really don't want them all running out of ammo at the same time. Oh yeah, good thing I thought about that. So 25, they'll be up to 90% supply. What about 15? 90% supply? About 10. 77% supply. Go for it. Rest for 10 minutes. We're at 32. They're at 47. All right. I'm gonna have them rest for 8 minutes. Third platoon can cover while everybody else tops off on ammo, moves over rounds from their main rack to the ready rack, etc. Yeah. They're at 90% ammo. They're at 90% ammo. They're at 90% ammo. 90% ammo. Okay. Let's roll. I think I'm more comfortable with this. And I got eyes up here. I'm more comfortable with this. I got eyes down here. Got eyes out all over all this. I'm comfortable with this. Okay, let's go. They can come to us. Hopefully we can fuck up their headquarters. That would be ideal. Beyond ideal. Alright, the enemies have engineer units, which makes sense because that was quick. Got him. That's something. An ICM. Devious. Hopefully that hits something important. said 5 contacts destroyed. Nice. Oh, damn. Well, found it. Alright, well. Yeah, there's probably not that much left. They really should get a move on, though. Because they have fired a number of salvos. Ooh, I should have moved my brigade headquarters. Hopefully that isn't an issue. Okay, so now 3rd platoon is down to low ammo. It said 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay, that battery moves. Good. So they're pushing a lot of support units down in front of my tanks. I'm gonna have to deal with them pretty soon. So the tanks came out of R&R. The 1 platoon came out of R&R pretty quick. Good. Excellent. Good. Enemy artillery is too close for its own good. They come out of R&R. Excellent. 75% ammo. They got 49% ammo. And they're in the process. Excellent. That is exactly what I wanted to see. And the Stinger guys are moving up. Good. Artillery's probably by the fisters being called in. Okay. Nope, the enemy's about to realize, hey, we're in this town. Yep. Pop that recon vehicle. And pop that BMP. They're not going to know how many, how far away we are. They're not going to know anything. They're just going to know we're in there. So, electronic warfare burden is going down. Excellent. But that doesn't mean we can talk on the radio, guys. Oh, shoot. Are we going to get done with this one turn? With this second turn? I think we might. Oop. Oh, we're receiving. Those tanks are receiving fire. I knew that was going to happen. Enemy recon vehicle moving up. They might get. They're definitely going to get a. Oh, dropping mines. Interesting. Smart. Oh, no, that's just ICMs. That's just unexploded bomblets. Well, they're gonna get fucked up by the infantry. They've got dragons, and they'll be able to shoot them as they drive along this road. It's literally just perfect terrain. Okay, well that brings mission 3's first 2 turns to a close. I'm METT-TC dependent. I really appreciate you guys watching me for whatever crazy, stupid reason you do. I appreciate it. Some of you must not have good taste. In order to, if you find me, entertaining. Yeah, I'll go over everything that I'm going to do for the next turn in the next video. I don't really have much else to say. Thanks for watching. Do the appropriate amount of drugs. Don't beat your wives, dogs. Safety brief. Don't go to jail. If you end up in jail, rehabilitate yourself. I don't know. Have a good one.